Have you checked out ChevetteReport.com? It's the newest cigar media outlet to keep you in the know with all things cigar lifestyle related. From press releases to reviews, we have it all covered. Be some of our first members to join ChevetteReport.com and be a part of the next step in the cigar culture. ChevetteReport.com. Hey, what's up, guys? We're going to have a good show tonight. I'm excited for tonight's show. I'm excited for the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust bracket. But before we do start the show, I do want to start off and say that we lost not only a physically large man, but we lost a big part of the cigar review community, somebody who kind of pioneered the cigar review industry. Brad Reith tragically passed away earlier this week, and we wanted to kind of take a little bit of a moment to start the show off in somber, show some respect to his honor, to his loved ones, his friends, and to those who got into watching cigars on YouTube because of Brad Reith and TNT Cigars. So without further ado, we do want to bring in Bob the Cigar Guy. Bob the Cigar Guy also has the same sentiments and the same love for Brad and his family. Put up a Facebook post yesterday that kind of I feel like echoes both of our sentiments, where it's sad. We remember the legacy and the man that he was, but he wouldn't want us to sit here and be too sad, because ultimately Brad was a Bible-believing Christian, a born-again Christian, and we are as well. That's not anything that we've ever hidden. Especially for myself, doing Chief Talk every week myself, it's something that's very prominent as my faith. And we don't mourn Brad as somebody we mourn who we believe is lost. We rejoice because we believe that Brad is in an eternity of paradise with the Father, with the Savior. But without further ado, we do want to welcome you guys into Chief Talk. Bob the Cigar Guy, I will let you get in some words of the wise as well if you'd like.
I parrot everything you're saying. It was it moved me more than I thought it would, to be honest. But Brad was a really good guy. When Brad and Tim were doing TNT Cigars, we were a tiny channel, and they actually FaceTimed us and said, "Hey, we want to encourage you. We want to support you. We want to let you know that you need to be in the space." And the fact that they took the time, and they were hitting million views on their reviews. They just reached out to us because Brad was that kind of guy. Tim was that kind of guy, but Brad was that kind of guy that he tried to foster people to be better, and in his life, in his family, in his business, in his faith, he really reached out to a lot of people so they could be the best person they could be. And the world's a little less bright because he's not here. I know he's in glory. I believe he's with the Lord right now. And it's just us that are still left behind that just kind of mourn his passing. So prayers go out to his family, especially going through this hard time, unexpected. So it was rough.
So if you hadn't been caught up on the news, there's your catch up on the news. Especially if you didn't know and you see some of the comments, we did see that there were some people who were leaving some well wishes and some rests in peace for Brad. Comments will be monitored just in case. I don't think we'll have any issue, but just in case something were to go off the wire. I see Charles in here. I think Max in here as well. You guys are on double duty this evening. But do want to say a big welcome to D. Boyd, Charles Adamson, Jay Bates, Hunter Otts, Banker John, Bob Ellis, Dan Burns, Mackie B, John Jensen. Oh, Bob Cigar Guy jumped in here. Michael Zakovic, Frankie D, Corbin Brooks. Anybody else? Did I say Banker John? If I didn't, hey, Banker John. If I did, you got it twice. Dan Burns, welcome into the show. Yeah, we're here. It's week 3 of the ding ding ding. I should have gotten a sound ready for that. I've got my competitive music I can play.
Hello, copyright strike.
It's not a copyright strike. It's from our licensed music provider that we have on the channel. It's not a copyright strike.
Now, I am doing...
Before you go any farther, I do want to say that we have been over 20 viewers. Again, 10 weeks in a row. Every Thursday of 2024 has been over 20 people.
Impressive.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Now, I want to say I am in somewhat protest to the bracket tonight by wearing my Save the Chubby Unicorn shirt because the unicorn is not on the list.
Here, just stop right there.
Chubby
go down a little bit. A little more. No. Just no. To get the unicorn down low. Now go low. A little low. Stop.
No, I'm not doing. I know what you're saying. You're trying to call me chubby.
Get the chubby part of the shirt. Jay Bates and Stephen Finley, thank you for hitting the love button over on Facebook. Chad, Sherry, Charles, Mac, and Michael, thank you for hitting the like button over on Facebook. And for you lovely people on YouTube who, what is there? 17 people on YouTube, I'm sure. Boom. You guys are smashing the like button over there. It does help. It pushes the algorithm. We talked about it a little bit last week. The more people comment on the shows during the live show, it actually pushes us into algorithmically other live viewers and suggested videos. So the show's actually done really good the past 2 weeks because we've had so many people commenting throughout the show. Now, if you're new here, we are going to be doing, let's come over here and present my screen, share screen, window, bracket builder, share. All right. So on your screen, you can see that we have currently 3 brackets. We have the Drew Estate Regional, which is what we started out with, where the Liga Privada number 9 took the cake, but the Norteño put up a fight. The Norteño beat out the Pappy Van Winkle. It beat out the Liga Privada T52. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't
of a battle for the Liga number 9. Liga 9 won comfortably in the end because I think we only had like 18 or 19 people voting at that time. Then last week we had the J.C. Newman regional bracket, a bracket that was a little.
There was some tumultuousness in it.
Well, what I'm saying is like there wasn't as much. I don't know. It wasn't as fiery because J.C. Newman's not a brand that most of our smokers have smoked a lot of. I think everybody has smoked something from J.C. Newman. Usually the Brick House,
the American,
Quorum. Maybe you get into like the Maximus or the Diamond Crown line, maybe a Julius Caesar, right. But ended up the American, who I thought was going to win. Ended up getting beat out by the Julius Caesar, who ended up winning the whole entire shebang.
I was surprised with that as well.
And then this week, we are jumping into the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Regional, baby.
And I think this is going to be a hot mess.
A hot mess?
I think a lot of people have a lot spicy. It's going to be spicy. Caliente.
We've got the Papasaka versus the Now Leave Me the Heck Alone. The Pulpetta versus the Miquerita. That's the blue. Then we got the Todos Las Dias versus the Exclusivo, the Stillwell Star line. We didn't just go any of the Stillwell Stars individually. We have 16 slots. Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust has more than 16 cigars.
By
We ran
far.
into the same problem with Drew Estate. But the cool thing was last week, if you were here, we actually decided these 16 cigars as a community. Now, we won't do the same this evening for next week with Villiger because Villiger's got just about enough to make a bracket. I think I might even have to make a buy for somebody. So we've got the, where did I stop off at? Oh, the Stillwell Star line versus the Brulee. Now you could put the STFU sampler in there. If that's the only Brulee you've ever had is the STFU, you could use that as your vote. We have the Brulee Blue, which is a different cigar from the Brulee. It's a completely different smoking profile, in my opinion, versus the Unstolen Valor. Then we have the Sakakan versus the Mi Querida, which is the red, the Tricky Traca. And then we have the Sin Compromiso versus the Sobremesa and the Umbagog, the Yumbagog. If my boy Supremo Tobacco's on yet, I don't know if he is. And the Red Meat Lovers Club cigar. Red Meat Lovers made it in because now it is a national release. It's not just a one-off, one-store release. And I think all of these cigars, to my knowledge, are cigars that aren't, because the Pop Saka is core, Now Leave Me the Heck Alone's core, Palpeta's core, Tricky Traca, the Mi Querida Blue, the Todos los Dias, the exclusive. Todos los Dias is now discontinued except for the Mas Fuerte that came out as a re-release last year. But it's been around, it's been a part of the core line since almost the inception of Saka.
And it was one of your favorite cigars.
It is. Let's see. The Brulee, you can find the Brulee Blue, Unstolen Valor. A little harder to find. Kind of goes with that Exclusivo line. But can be found the Sakakan, the Mi Querida Red, the Tricky Traca, the Sin Compromiso. We just went the Sin Compromiso line because there are so many different Sin Compromisos. Yes, there are Sin Compromisos that are different. You can't compare all Sin Compromisos at the same Sin Compromiso, but you kind of sort of get the deal. We weren't going to put the Sin number 6, the Sin
Elefante,
the Gran Elefante, the other versions of the Sin Compromiso. Then the Sobremesa, obviously OG, Umbagog, core, budget, and then the Red Meat Lovers Club now also core as well. Let me get caught up on some of these comments. Let's see how far. Christy Whitmore, sorry about your friend Brad. Sincere condolences, prayers for his family. Thank you. Sam, welcome into the show. Banker John, may his memory be a blessing to all who knew and were touched by him. And Bob the Cigar Guy is sneezing again for the second week in a row.
Again.
Thank you for sneezing in my direction when you could have turned the complete opposite way. Wacky Packy, welcome in, says BTCG is getting crunk. Nice music. Dan Burns, forgot to send in my pics, but I'll do my best on sharing them. Okay, so here's the deal with that. I said last week we put up this very screen and said, screenshot this and fill it out with what you think would be the winner and get it to me by the beginning of Chief Talk next week. And then whoever comes out the closest will be entered, or whoever comes the closest wins a Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust swag pack, sampler pack, because we've got a lot of the DTT stuff that we can't give away.
We don't have anything.
Mom's not watching. You're all right. We only had 2 people enter in by the time Chief Talk started. Let me check my phone one more time. Yep, all my DMs. Let me check my Instagram DMs. Yep. I only got 2. Bob Ellis and Fotos de Puros. So tonight their list will be put to. I'll go through them and we'll see who wins.
So they have a 50-50 chance or better because
if they both score the same, I'm going to put them on a picker wheel and then let fate choose. Because if I had 20 people send in and 10 people all got the same score, I was going to have to put them in a picker wheel. I can't just say, okay, all 10 people win. That would bankrupt our swag amount.
But only 2 entered.
Just Jay Bates coming in with the haterade. People are here for BTCG. Just calm down, Chief. Wacky Packy Dumbarton bracket brings all the boys to the yard. Chief, or J-Base, did Chief just break the third wall with the Stephen Finley love on Facebook every time it pops up? I absolutely do. My wife, Shanna Jade Finley, Rick Carroll, Hunter Otts hit the love button over on Facebook, and Ron Maggio, Asim, Andrew, and Chad all hit the like button over on Facebook as well. Again, for you guys on YouTube, I just can't see who's liking, but I'm sure you all have liked it over there. Michael Zakvik says this will be fiery tonight. Yes. J8 says, oh, you did the red meatloaf color dirty with the matchup. Yikes. Look, if you'd have participated last week, maybe you would have suggested putting it higher in the bracket vote.
Ooh, casting shade.
Wacky Pack says, I'm smoking an 80th anniversary. I'm ready to get this party started. Rick Carroll, evening, everyone. Wacky Pack says, USPS lost my bracket. Charles Adamson says, I tried, but I couldn't write that small. Bob Ellis says, I had to print mine out, fill it in, take a picture. And then Kent Simon, there's just no easy way to choose one over the other. Now, I want to know, before we get into this, what are you smoking? What are you drinking? Bob's Cigar Guy.
Oh, you know what I'm doing? I pulled the box out of the Unstolen Valor. That's right. We are going to go with the Unstolen Valor. The only thing I have a problem with this cigar is, number one, it's not 7 feet long, so I could continue smoking, but it's always got that foot band down here, and that's it. So you got to take the foot band off, slide it up here, because if you didn't post it on Facebook, it didn't really happen, right? So,
Some people feel that way.
I'm rocking the Unstolen Valor.
Now, I'm trying to fill.
What about you, Chief? What are you smoking?
I'm trying to fill a lighter over here.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna fill it up right here since I got the butane.
It's a dang stink bug on that thing.
Well, I'm not allergic to stink bugs, and
it makes me sneeze.
They don't make me scared. I'm not scared of them. I'm gonna put myself in solo mode over here. I am going with who I personally am going to vote for all night. And this is the Papa Saka. This is the Papa Saka. This is the Micareta Black. We decided not to. So we did the Micareta Blue. We did the Micareta Red, the Tricky Traca. But we didn't do Micareta Black because I think the Saka Con and the Papa Saka are two completely different cigars. Yes, they're a part of the Micareta Black. I think they are the same blend, just smaller Vitola-wise. Right.
Steve blends to Vitola.
But I think Steve also agrees that the Papa Saka is better than the Saka Con. Also, and don't allow this to skew your votes. Papa Saka made like a ton of number one lists, or made the number one spot on a ton of lists this year. And if it wasn't number one, it was like top five and basically everything. It
Sounds like somebody's trying to skew the vote.
It won the consensus number one. Steve Saka loved my top 25 cigars and said that I had a fantastic, wonderful palate. And this cigar was my number one. So, take it as you will. I'm not the cigar reviewer here, but, one of the cult classic hero leaders of the cigar industry said that my palate was, fantastic. So, without further ado, I'm smoking Papa Saka.
Okay. He appreciates, 3 square inches of you, but he loves all of Bob the Cigar Guy.
That's funny. Wacky Pack has got Angels, Envy, and DTT. John's got a Nica Rustica paired with Zara Rum. Charles Adamson smoking a Sober Misa Grand Imperialis, smoking some Barrel Batch #Daxi. I'm sure that's the number in Roman numerals. Semi-Flow, the Barber and Cigar. Welcome into the show. Kent Simon, Papa Saka is fantastic and would deserve the win. Jay Bates says it's like the 2018 election all over again. Chief trying to get votes. Okay, name an election where somebody's not trying to get votes.
Yeah, but you're standing right next to the polling booth,
handing
out signs.
There wasn't a presidential election in 2018. It's 2016.
Correct.
In 2020. Who's idiot now? Garage door still hanging around in there, J Bates.
Wow.
Hunter Ott's not smoking, eating pancakes and eggs. Well, if you're not going to smoke a cigar, eat some pancakes.
Today is National Flapjack Day.
Is it? How about that? I didn't know that. Christy Lynn Whitmore, thanks for hitting the like button over on Facebook. Now, I don't believe we have anybody new watching this evening. Maybe we do, who hasn't participated yet. So before we go ahead and get into this. You guys are going to vote
Broccoli.
on
Ugh.
you guys are going to vote on all of these ties from start to finish. Come over here. There we go. Make sure I have my tally system ready to go.
Notice I changed my backdrop to red because it's going to be fiery tonight.
So you guys are going to vote on these one by one, and then we will elect a winner at the very end. They'll take the cake here. Those who participate during the show get their name entered in, and at the end of the show, we're going to have a scroll wheel picker,
Randomizer.
and we will have a winner from the participants. The winner from the participants tonight is going to get 4 cigars, one from J.C. Newman, one from Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, one from Drew Estate, and one from Villiger. If you have won previously, which I don't think Stephen Essie is on, but Jay Bates is on, so Jay Bates cannot win tonight. If your name is picked, you win a 4-pack of cigars. The 4-pack of cigars will not be mailed out until April, probably. So this is the third region of the shindig. And as you can see, we have Villiger next week. Actually, you can't see that. Oh, no, you can see that. We've got Villiger next week. And then we're going to have PCA. We're going to take PCA off and do PCA. And then after PCA, we're going to come back, and each winner from each bracket, whoever comes here, so that currently it's the Liga number 9 and the Julius Caesar from J.C. Newman, they are going to go up against one of these cigars from Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. And then they're going to go up against one of the cigars from Villiger that we decide next week as the winner. And then we'll have another big drawing, and then everybody can get entered into that drawing as well. And then after that, we'll mail the stuff out. So if you win tonight, just know it'll be a couple weeks before you get your stuff. Thank you for being patient with us. Jay Bates got a rogue peppermint. Oh, it says eat lunch, steak, New York strip, mushrooms, onions, and broccoli. Broccoli. Then a rogue peppermint. Diana Burns says, hello, Miss Diana Burns. Charles Adamson, violent thunderstorm here. Just got a flash flood alert on my phone.
Oh, be safe.
Pick your feet up, put your flip-flops on. Dan Burns says, start from the bottom, purr. D. Boyd, National Cereal Day Pancake Day is February 13th.
They mention it in our morning meetings at work, and today was Flapjack Day, which I call Yankee pancakes.
Gary's interested. I'm not smoking tonight, working and listening when I can. Sammy Flo with the Hey Jay Bates and the Hey Mac Bergson. So let's go ahead and come on over here and get this party started. Now, Dan Burns says he wants to start at the bottom, so we'll go ahead and we'll start at the bottom. We're not going to go from the bottom up. But we will start with the Umbagog versus the Red Meat Lovers Club. Bob Cigar Guy, where are you going?
Like them both, but I would grab the Gog before the Red Meat Lovers
I'm
Club.
also with you. I'm Umbagog over Red Meat Lovers Club. Wacky Packy, Diana Burns, and Sammy Flo, all with the Red Meat Lovers Club. Come here, Asim with the Red Meat Lovers Club. Dan Burns with the Bagog. Then we've got, whoa, there they come. Come on now. Michael Zakovic with the Bagog. Rick Carroll with the Bagog. Jamie Vaughn with the Bagog. John Jensen with the Red Meat Lovers Club. Jay Bates with the Bagog. Bob Ellis with the Bagog. Christy Whitmore with the Red Meat Lovers Club. Charles Adamson with the Red Meat Lovers Club. Kent Simon with the Red Meat Lovers Club. Mac Bergson with the Bagog. Mike Morton with the Bagog. Hunter Ott says he hadn't had either, so you better vote for one, or else your name's not going to get entered into this voting yet, unless you vote somewhere along the lines, so hopefully your phone doesn't die, your internet connection doesn't go out. So while I'm waiting, we've got 22 people watching. Gary Zanstra with the Red Meat Lovers Club. And it is 10-9.
Woo!
right now.
That's a close fight.
We give it what?
Banker John's with the
Banker
Umbagog.
John went the Umbagog, so 11-9. Give it 20 seconds. Because we've got, what, 20 votes, so 2. Oh, D-Boy hit the Umbagog, so that takes us over the 50%.
That was close.
Much closer than I thought.
Much closer.
Much closer than I had thought.
This I think is starting off the night.
Let's come back over here. Grandma Friend says, "Hey, did y'all hear a great guy in Cigar Command?" Yes, we know that he passed away. We talked about that right at the beginning of the show. But no, we love Brad Reed's family. We're gonna miss Brad. Hunter Rod says he might have had the Umbagog, so he votes Umbagog. So Umbagog goes ahead and takes the victory.
But that was close.
That was really close. So that'd have been 13-9. It's actually not that close. I mean, it's a four vote count. But
at one point it was
first
9-10 or 10.
Well, no, at first it was Red Meat Lovers Club 8 to Umbagog 4. And I thought for sure, holy crap,
we're gonna
Red Meat Lover Club. Which those two, that's while in my opinion, that I feel like the Umbagog should have blown it out of the water. There are it's a cult following with Red Meat Lovers Club, and tonight we know that it's Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. It's a cult following. Now I do want to say I did reach out to Steve Saka to come on the show. Steve never got back to me, so it's 2 weeks pre-PCA. He's busy. And I contacted him 4 days before the show started. So it's really more my fault than anything. That
our long range planning is weak on both of us. We are
this whole entire thing
seat of the pants kind of people.
This whole entire thing's been seat of the pants.
Yeah.
Now it's been great.
No, it's been phenomenal
for seat of the pants. All right. So let me before we start voting, let me pull out here all the way. Let me come over here and actually put people's names down because we gotta make sure people win their stuff.
Right.
Boss, you're gonna take us away for just a bit.
Well, since everybody loved it last time, there was nobody that loved it, but Lord. I loved it. But there was a request for a musical note from Bob the Cigar Guy, and that was, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to live in a neighborhood," smoking, of course, "with you." And then I'm thinking about the Saturday Night Live thing where Eddie Murphy says, "And every time I come to your neighborhood, you move. So let's make the most of this. Let's smoke the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be? Won't you please? Please, won't you be my neighbor?" Hello, neighbor.
Asking you to have done that.
What? You didn't like that? So I shouldn't go with "The wheels on the bus go round and round."
I'm trying not to lose people this evening.
Round and round.
Why don't you come up with why don't you talk about the lead up to PCA?
The wheels on the bus go round and round. What? Leading up to PCA? What? We have PCA coming. That's true. I have a good joke that Macy Grace, Caitlin's daughter, came up with, and she asked me, she goes, "Big Daddy," that's what she calls me. She calls me Big Daddy. She goes, "Big Daddy, I got a question." I said, "Yes." She goes, "Why do witches need name tags?" And she sat back and she smiled because she knew she had a good joke. And I said, "Macy, I just don't know. Why do witches need name tags?" And she smiled as big as day and said, "Because that way you'll know which witch is which." That is a dad joke from a grandchild personified. I mean, it was fantastic. I laughed. I thought it was extremely funny.
All right.
She is learning jokes.
So
Are you ready?
Yeah, I've got everybody's name. I got everybody's name down so far. All right, so let's come back over here and zone in on. There we go. This will be a fun one. We're going to do the Todos Los Dias versus the Exclusivo. Now, I'm going Todos Los Dias.
I as well.
You're going Todos Los Dias. Wow. I kind of expected you to go the other way. Dan Burns said, Bob, sing Baby Shark.
See, in all the great comments, watch out, Frank Sinatra. You know, I didn't see what Jay Bates' comment was, but I think Jay Bates needs
Michael Zakvek hit the Todos Los Dias. D. Boyd with the Todos. Jamie Vaughn.
Jay Bates, I'm going to hug you very big.
Todos. Jay with the Exclusiva. Ooh, where'd he go? Bob Ellis with the Todos. Wacky with the Exclusivo. Dan with the Exclusivo. Christy with the Todos. Diana with the Todos. Kent Simon with the Exclusivo. Sim with the Exclusivo. 8-5. Max says, no, I think Mace Grace is the second funniest Finley after BTCG. John Jensen with the Todos. Dan Burns. I already got you with Exclusivo once. Mac with the Todos. Charles Todos. Sammy Flo Exclusivo. Hunter Otts with the Todos. We've got 19 people watching. That's 17, 18. So Todos Los Dias smoked them. Oh. Gary Zanstra also got in there with a late Todos Los Dias. If you have a spelling error,
Gary did the Exclusivo.
As long as the spelling error is not super weird and I can't tell what you're saying, you don't have to worry. Some of these I'm not sure if I even spelled them right on the list. So we got the Todos Los Dias taking the victory lap there. So we'll come back out. I think we might have had somebody. Actually, going to keep this. I'll keep this comment here so I know where I'm at when I get back. Just make sure that I haven't missed somebody who should be on the list. Nope, you're on the list. Did D-Boy get on? Yes, he did get on the list. All right, so we got everybody on the list so far. Fantastic. Was that a surprise to you, Bob Cigar?
I really didn't have a dog in the fight on that one.
Oh.
The Todos is pretty much when Todos was in full production, it did not sell well. Steve Saka said it was the slowest selling of all. And then when they took it away and then he brought back the single Vitola, it grew a little bit. But the Exclusivo, Muestra de Saka, it's expensive. It's coughing. It's so I didn't know which way it was going to go.
Yeah. Here should be a good one, I feel. We're going to go the Sakakon versus the Tricky Traka. Now, the Sakakon was released first of the Mikurita Black line. It was released 2022, end of 2022, or last quarter of 2022. And the Mikurita Red, the Tricky Traka, has been around for a little while. Now, I'm going Tricky Traka.
Are you really?
I'm not a big Sakakon fan, but I love the Tricky Traka. When the Tricky Traka came out, one of my favorite cigars. And then when it came out in the Firecracker,
right,
it was really good.
I agree. I'm in the same spot.
Where are you going?
Tricky Traka.
Oh, okay. Made it seem like it was weird that I had said. Oh, wait. Come up here. Kent Simon with the Sakakon. Sammy Flo with the Sakakon. Dan Burns with the Sakakon. Matt Burton says, how about a little love for my favorite DTT employee, Dave Lafferty? Shout out, Dave. Cool watch. Diana Burns with a Mikurita Red Tricky Traka. John with the Tricky Traka as well. Wacky Packy with the Saka Khan. D Boyd coming in with the tricky. It's tricky.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
A Sim with he said Saka, so that's going to be Saka Khan. Bob Ellis, Tricky Traka. Michael Zakabek with the Saka Khan. Christy Whitmore with the Saka Khan. Rick Carroll with the Saka Khan. Hunter Otts and Jamie Vaughn both with the Mikirita Tricky Traka. I hate to do this to you guys, but it's tied 8-8.
Are you serious?
It is tied 8-8. 16 people voted so far. 21 people watching. So we will. We're definitely going to have to. Banker John coming in with Tricky Traka, but Gary's answer coming in with Sakakon. So now it's 9-9.
Blocked.
So we got 20 people. Jay Bates with the Tricky. So there's currently 19 people watching, but there were 20 just a half a second ago. So we'll leave it for. Oh, come on! Great. So now it's 10-10.
At Mac Bergson. That's funny.
John Avalone went with the Tricky Traka. I'm gonna call it there. I'm not waiting for any more drama.
God, you see how close these things are?
That's
a
surprising.
nail biter right there.
That was Mikirita versus Mikirita Red versus Mikirita Black.
It tied 3 times before it dumped over.
Yeah, before it finally ended out. So I was
Wow.
actually about to call one of the Deadly Breakfast Club guys who are not currently watching and say, "Hey, give me your vote real quick." So Mikirita Red, Tricky Traka.
Wow.
Taking the vote there. John Avalone, I don't think you have participated yet, so let me come over here today. I know you participated last week. Go with that. Make sure we fill out that name to make sure that the voting or the spin wheel at the end of the show does well.
Speaking of Vegas,
mm-hmm.
I on lunch breaks and stuff, I will look at the Facebook YouTube Shorts,
mm-hmm.
and it'll populate one type of video for a while, and then it'll switch to another type of video, and it'll switch to another type of video, and it just seems like that's what your feed is right now. 1 out of every 3 videos that I watch or that I see is people in Vegas doing the jackpot roulette, the pull the wheel thing, the tap button things. Almost every last one of them is watching them do that. And I think my phone is listening to me because I've been talking about Vegas and stuff. And so I'm not going to spend my money on those
slot machines,
computer games.
No, I don't know if I'll spend any money.
I will roulette
this go around. I don't want to get blamed for Bob the Cigar Guy losing his money again.
Oh, you got a car. You're going to say, "Hey, Red Meat," or "Hey, Deadly Breakfast Club. Bob's over there doing something with Mac real quick. Let's take off and go to this place, Steak and Shake.
Hey, do we have a car? In-N-Out. Do we have a rental car yet?
Nope. But we will. If not, we'll rent those scooters at Vegas. Those e-scooters.
Peter Janice says, "Come on, Bob, spin the wheel for the pinball jackpot."
Right.
Mac Bergen says, "I have never watched a second of 2.5 Men. For some reason, that's all Facebook is showing me lately." All right, so we're gonna do Polpetta versus the Mikirita Blue. I am going the Mikirita Blue.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Bob the Cigar Guy, which way are you going?
Split decision.
Oh well, you gotta figure it out.
No, I'll go Polpetta. Split decision.
Okay, you're gonna split decision with me. Okay, I see. Chris Whitmore is going with the Polpetta. The Diana Burns with the Mikirita Blue. Dan Burns with the blue. Guido Sarducci with the blue. John Jensen with the blue. Kent Simon over here coming with the Polpetta. Sammy Flo Polpetta. Bob Ellis Polpetta. Peter Giannis with the Mi Querida Blue. Mac Bergson with the Paul Petta. D. Boyd with the blue.
You missed John Avalone.
I did. You're right. Paul Petta. Wacky Packy. Paul Petta is much better. Rick Carroll with the blue. Hunter Box with the blue. Jay Bates with the blue. Jamie Vaughn with the blue. Gary Zanstra with the Paul Petta. Charles Adamson with the Paul Petta. Sim with the Paul Petta. Michael Zakovic with the Paul Petta. It is 12:11.
Are you serious? Now, see, I thought the Paul Petta was going to get blown out because it was an event cigar for so long.
We got 24 people watching, so we're not yet there. Banker John with the blue, so now it's 12:12. Do we go next vote wins?
Well, how many people do we have?
There's 24 people. Oh, so 12:12. We can't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. All right, so let's do a spin wheel. Let's do a spin wheel.
Wow.
That's cool though. I mean,
that's crazy.
We're gonna have to utilize. We'll do Paul Petta and blue. It's funny.
Mackie should have said Rebecca because Sam is not old enough to smoke cigars yet. Even though Sam is awesome.
Let me come over here. Where's my stream? There's my stream. We're going to stop sharing this screen. We're going to present screen. We're going to come over here. We're going to grab this bad boy. It's funny. The blue is red and the Paul Petta is blue. So we'll shuffle them up. Right? Doesn't really matter, but we can make the blue and the Paul Petta red.
There you go.
There we go. I'll click to spin.
Come on, Paul Petta. Come on, Paul Petta. Come on, Paul Petta. Stop.
Yeah!
Ah! Cheated.
All right, let's go 2 out of 3. We'll go 2 out of 3. Does that make it fair? Or do we just want to go?
No, we go 2 out of 3 because mine didn't win. Come on, Paul Petta.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
3 out of 5?
Say what?
3 out of 5?
Yeah.
4 out of 7?
All right. Share screen. Come back over here, and we'll put the bracket up. So who won the Mi Querida Blue?
Paul Petta.
Yeah. Surprised that. Wow. I mean, a full-on tie. All of these, for the most part, have been
tight.
Really, I mean, we've had to rely on a last-second voter multiple times. We tied it up at the end there. Now, I do need to go ahead and add some names to the list because we did have a few, I think, new voters that go around. Let me come up here. Peter Janis is first-time voter today. Let's see.
Mr. Sarducci.
I think somebody else. Yeah, Guido Sarducci. Might have even had somebody else. Just make sure. Nope. There we go. So we got the names added. Wacky says, "Where's Pat Sajak for the final spin?"
Right.
The budget doesn't allow it. He says legally he can't, but it doesn't mean he doesn't. But he is a crownsman. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Now, before I select the next one, it looks like we had some new likes. Michael Carter and Sammy Flo, thanks for hitting the like button over on Facebook. The 21 people who are watching on YouTube, we know that you got to hit the like button. We appreciate it that you have. And if you haven't, Don't tell me you haven't. Just go do it. We'll have Sam Bergson be the honorary spinner one of these days.
Right.
So let's come over here. We went ahead and populated the data. We've got 4 fights left. We've got the Sin Compromiso versus the Sober Mesa, the Brule Blue versus the Unstolen Valor, the Stillwell Star versus the Brule, and the Papasaka versus the Now Leave Me the Heck Alone. I'm waiting to do the Papasaka and the Unstolen Valor last because those are the cigars that we're currently smoking. Right?
Fair enough.
So we've got Sin Compromiso Sober Mesa or
heartbreaker.
Stillwell Star Brule. Let's go Stillwell Star Brule because I feel like this one is not going to come down to a wheel spin. But if it does, I've got it ready to go. I didn't think I'd need the wheel spin. Suprema Tobacco says, please excuse my tardiness. Well, we could have used you like 2.5 minutes ago to split the tiebreaker.
Supremo, you're always on time. Whenever you're here, we're just blessed that you're here.
I am glad he's here, obviously. So Bob Cigar Guy, which way are you going? You going Stillwell Star or Brule? Or would you like me to say it first so you don't say, of course you do that?
I'll go Stillwell.
You're going Stillwell? I am also going Stillwell. Because we're going Stillwell line, and I enjoy the line more than I like the Brule line itself. All right, so Sammy Flo is over on the Brule. Diana Burns on the Brule. John Avalone on the Brule. D. Boyd on the Stillwell. John Jensen on that Brule. Bob Ellis on the Brule. Uh-oh. Looks like we got us. Peter Giannis with the Stillwell Star. Jamie Vaughn on the Stillwell Star. Guido on the Brule. Wacky on the Stillwell. Christy on the Stillwell. Dan Burns on the Brule. Supremo Tobacco on the Brule. Rick Carroll on the Stillwell Star. Michael Zakovic on the Stillwell Star. Asim Star, baby, Star. Charles Adamson. I'm going to say that's Stillwell Star. Jay Bates, of course, Anti-Chief, going Brule. Kent Simon going Brule. Hunter Otts going Brule. Mac Bergson on that Stillwell. And Banker John on the Stillwell. We've got 24 people watching. I've got 24 votes. Gary Zanstra on that Stillwell. Now I got 25 votes. How close do you think it was?
I don't know. My first knee-jerk reaction is Brule, but Stillwell had chunks of 3s and 4s, so I don't know. How close was it?
Touchscreen.
The
Stillwell won
Star.
14-11.
Still not bad.
Still close. Really close. Which makes me wonder how many tiebreakers we're going to need to have.
I mean, 2 votes would have flipped that.
Right. I do believe I had a new voter.
Yes.
This go round.
Supremo Tobacco.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I have 2 then.
Has Michael voted? Michael's been here.
Zakovic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was John Jensen. Has John Jensen's voted already? Okay. That was when I saw. I was like, I don't remember if I've got him down. I knew I had John Avalone on.
Still, Bob said that blew my bracket.
Now I have not. I did not read anybody's bracket because I didn't want to sway one way or the other. A vote. Try to, make it a little voodoo magic going on. So I've not read anybody's bracket. I'll read that at the end of the show. But Stillwell Star taking it over the Brule. And I honestly thought that was going to be the verdict because Stillwell Star offers 6 blends.
Now, I will tell you, if the Brule Blue was not on the list, I might have went Brule. But I like
just
the Brule,
because
I like the
you
Brule
put
Blue
the
a
Brule
whole lot.
all together.
Yeah.
Now, technically, Brule, you had 5 blends because the STFU sampler pack was 5 different blends, right?
Yeah, but they weren't the brulee blends.
But it was still under the brulee name, technically. Oh, try to figure out which one's the brulee. They're all brulee-esque.
I hated Steve Saka for that too, because trying to review and say which one's not sweet, which one's double sweet, which one's, it just, oh my gosh. And they were so subtle.
Dan Burton says, and no, I'm not influencing my wife on her vote. She hasn't picked the same as me on these. Just like I'm influencing Jay Bates because Jay Bates just votes for everything that I don't vote for. He's anti-Chief.
He's not really, loves Chief.
He's not anti-Chief. It's just the running joke the past now 3 weeks. So
Jay, just vote with me every time you'll be a winner.
Further ado, no, that's not true. You haven't won. I'm 100% tonight.
No. Whether I have the votes or not, I'm still a winner.
Oh, okay. Which one did you vote for that you lost? You went Paul Petta.
I did.
So we're going Sin Comp versus Sober Mesa.
Oh, that's painful.
It is, because this is top of the line versus OG.
The first.
Sober
Mesa was his first blend.
So what are you going? Bob
Sin Compromiso.
Oh, you're going Sin Compromiso.
It hurts my heart, but no, I gotta go Sin
Compromiso. Even with the Sin Compromiso Elegante and Cedro, it was your number one cigar for like 3 years in a row.
Sin Compromiso was my number one a couple years as well, paralleled with a Foundation cigar.
I am also going Sin Compromiso, just because I like Sin Compromiso the most. So Kent, Simon, are you laughing at Mac?
Jay Bates.
Oh, I haven't gotten to it yet. Or what? The bracket busted one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, I guess I haven't gotten to it. D Boyd with Sober Mesa, Jimmy Vaughn with Sin Comp. Sammy Flo, Sin. BTCG, I'm a winner every Thursday when I tune in and see you and that other guy. Rick Carroll with the Sin Comp. Stogie Sister with the wave. Hello. Wacky Packy says, I love Sin. So I'm going to count that as your vote, Peter. With the Sin Compromiso, Diana Burns. With Sin Compromiso, John Avalone. Sin Compromiso, Michael Zakvik. Sin Compromiso. Miss Christy Whitmore with the Soba Mesa. Bob Ellis. Sin Compromiso. Dan Burns. Soba Mesa. Guido. Sin Stogie Sister. Sober Mesa. Asim. Sin Compromiso. Charles Adamson. Sin Compromiso. Come here. John with the Sober Mesa. My boy Supremo with the No Compromise. Gary Zanstra, Hunter Otts, both with the Sin. Mackie B with the Sober Mesa. Banker John, Sin. Jay Bates, Sin.
That was a blowout.
20-6.
Yeah, that was a blowout.
Dang!
That was a blowout.
Dang!
I'm expecting Sin to go all the way to the win.
Whoa!
No, I am.
Dang! 20-6.
First blowout.
We've never gotten a single brand to 20.
Well,
before.
Sober Mesa is an amazing cigar. Elegante and Cedro, I will grab in a heartbeat, but
I take that back. No, I don't take it back. I don't think I've gotten 20 yet.
So is just fire.
I thought we might have had a little upset brew going on.
I didn't think so.
All right. What do you want to do? You want to go your cigar or my cigar? Wait.
It's your show.
Because I might have had Stogie Sister gets added to the name.
John Jensen?
Nope, got him. We talked about him last time.
Okay.
Sorry, John Jensen.
Yeah, right.
You're going through it tonight.
Not like you're not here or anything. It's...
Just for the Tinfoil Hat Brigade, how did you vote on that, Chief? You only voted with me on that one to try to thwart the tinfoil. I'm 3 steps ahead of you, Jay. Look, all you had to do was ask me where the garage door was, and I could have told you where it was because I'm 3 steps ahead.
God, how long are you going to beat him up on that thing? It's not even spring yet.
I was going to say, I'm not the one beating him up. Garage door's doing that for me.
So bad.
We'll go.
Jay Bates, I'm going to have to do a live. I think I'll have to do a live with Jay Bates and Mac Berkson and maybe a couple others, and we will have a
chief hating session.
A chief sesh live, right?
You guys just do an anti-chief talk. What's the most anti-chief talk day? Monday?
We'll do a chief knot.
That's funny. All right, so we're gonna do the Papa Saka versus the Now Leave Me the Heck Alone. Diana Burns, I'll put your name first. Bob Cigar, which way are you going? I know you're going Papa Saka. I'm going Papa Saka. I know you're going Papa Saka. There's no way you're going Lancero. You don't smoke Lanceros.
I don't. Papa Saka did not impress me. It did not impress me.
Okay, so the next one it goes against is what? The Mikurita Blue? Yeah, the Mikurita Blue. You don't like the Now Leave Me the Heck Alone. You don't.
I did not like it. I just don't smoke
Okay, so
it.
you're going Now Leave Me the Heck Alone. Is that where you're casting your vote?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I would vote Papa Saka because that made so many lists.
Diana, Papa Saka, Bob Ellis, Papa Saka, Asim,
Oh, it's going to go.
Papa Saka, Christy Whitmore, Papa Saka, Rick Carroll, Papa Saka, Dan Burns, Papa Saka, Mackie B with the Bob solidarity over there. Michael Zakovic, Papa Saka, Sammy Flo, Papa Saka, Wacky Pack says Papa got that brand new bag. Probably 100 watching that night. Tune in for Chief Hate. John Avalone with the Papa. Stogie's sister says I haven't tried the Papa, only the Saka con, but it was fire, so I'm going to go ahead and count that as Papa Saka. John Jensen, Papa, Guido, Papa, Jay Bates, Papa, Peter G, Papa, D Boyd, coming over here. Charles Adamson with the Papa. Adam Wolf, welcome into the show this evening. Glad you could finally show up. Banker John, Papa. Supremo Tobacco, Papa. Anybody else? Jamie Vaughn. Oh, he went against me. He hurt me.
Jamie, I love you, buddy.
Gary's answer coming in with Papa. So that's 20. 20-5. We got 27 people watching, so you could get 2 more Papa Saka. Bob Ellis says, Chief, have you not given Jamie a Papa? No, I haven't.
We don't have any.
We do.
No.
I have a few that I have here at the studio.
Oh.
I just don't always. I don't have the studio traveling with me everywhere I go.
It's not in Gen Pop. Yeah. In other words.
So we went 20-5 there. So
well, Gary did Papa.
I got him. Okay. I got him. So that was expected.
Right.
And I think you knew that.
And you know what? It was fair because we did the bracket right. You didn't stack that bracket. It just happened to be that the number 1 and the number 16 were together, and so that was kind of
well. That was the bubble team. I mean, just like March Madness, you've got bubble teams.
It did itself.
Or play-ins like that. I think that made it in. What did we take out over that? It wasn't Frog Juice. It was the 80th, maybe.
I don't know.
Or the Halligan. Maybe it was the Halligan.
Yeah, it was the Halligan.
That ended up in over. I think that still would have been the general consensus. So I'm smoking the Papa Saka right now, currently. But I knew what I was going to be voting for. That's why I chose Papa Saka, because I wanted to persuade you guys through. What is that called? Osmosis. So we're going Brulee Blue versus the Unstolen Valor. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going Brulee Blue. I know you are too, so I'm going putting you down for a check mark there. I got to put Adam Wolf down on the list. I don't think I saw anybody else new vote that go round. So come here. Bob is saying that you had them, but not anymore. He could be saying that. He could be a closet Papa Sock fan over there. D Boyd with the Brulee Blue. Dan Burns with the Unstolen Valor. Unstolen Valor is a good cigar.
Yeah, it's a great cigar.
Bob with the blue, Mac with the Valor, John Evelyn with the blue, Adam Wolf with the Unstolen Valor, Jay Bates with the Brulee Blue, Guido coming over here with, what was that, Unstolen Valor, Rick Carroll with the Brulee Blue, Supremo, you're my boy, Blue! Mike Zakvek with the blue, Jamie Vaughn with the Unstolen Valor, Diana Burns with the Unstolen Valor, Peter Giannis with the Brulee Blue, Christy Whitmore with the blue, Hunter Otts with the blue, John Jensen with the bleu, went French. Charles Adamson with the Unstolen Sim Blue, Sammy Flo Blue, Guido says blue wins. Banker John says blue. Got 26 people watching. I have 23 votes, and over 50% for blue. But Kent Simon got blue. Gary went blue, so it's another blow. It didn't get to 20. Unstolen Valor had put up a decent fight, especially at the beginning.
In the beginning, it was boop, boop,
it actually was Unstolen Valor took the lead, the original lead, even including our 2 votes. Packy, are you blue? I don't know, but if you were green, would you die? Get it?
Nice.
I'm pretty good. Nobody wants to give me credit.
Now, would those people be the Blue Man Group?
There might have been some ladies in there. So, non-gender specific Blue Man Group. The Blue He-She Group.
Blue People Group.
The Blue They Thems.
Wow.
All right. So we have, moving on, Papa Saka versus the Micaela Blue, the Todos Los Dias versus the Stillwell Star line, the Brulee Blue, who just won, versus the Micaela Red. That's the tricky Traca. Then the Sin Compromiso versus that Yumbagag, baby. So, are you lighting up a new cigar? What you lighting up?
I am. I'm the Wagashi. Sober Mesa.
A cigar that did not make
the list,
but technically under the Sober Mesa line.
Under the Brulee line.
Right.
On the Brulee Blue line. No, it's on the Brulee Blue line.
It's under the Sober Mesa line.
It's a tweaked
technically
Brulee
the
Blue.
Sober Mesa Brulee Blue is under the Brulee Blue are under the Sober Mesa line, but we stretched those outside.
Stretched them out.
So let's go. I know which one I want to save for the last. Which one I think is. All right, we'll go here. Oh, this is hard. This is difficult. It's like picking which one's your favorite kid. All right.
It's not hard.
I was going to go Brulee Blue versus Micaela Red, but we just did Brulee Blue, so give it a little bit of a breather, let it get its time in the corner. I don't think we had any new voters that go around, so nobody to add to. But we're going to do the Todos Los Dias versus the Stillwell Star line.
Is John Jensen, is this his first vote? Is John Jensen's first vote?
Jay Bates did finally have a Charter Oak. Even though I suggested other cigars, he sent me he was at a cigar bar that had a list of cigars, and I suggested a cigar they had on the list, and he was like, they didn't have that on the list, so they gave me this, and that cigar wasn't even on the list.
Oh no, wait just a second. Let me go ahead and and share something. I went to a new lounge last week, and as I was in there, I found some of the Foundation cigars that Chief says he loves, and this and that, and I bought a couple cigars. And while I was at the lounge, I bought him 2 of those cigars.
Well, no.
This is kind of like when Steven goes to the lounge and he comes back and says, hey, look what I found and he doesn't buy his
Pat
dad
yourself on the back.
any at all.
All right, so what are you going? Stillwell Star line,
Of course,
or
the channel bought them for you, but
the Todos Los Dias line?
not my money. It was
Funny.
It was channel money.
Did you go Todos Los Dias or Stillwell Star?
Star.
You're going Stillwell Star. Okay. I think I'm gonna lose here, but I'm going Todos Los Dias because I love that cigar so much. I miss that cigar.
Stick with your guns.
But I think Stillwell Star is gonna take it. So Rick Carroll with the Stillwell Star, Diana Burns, Todos Los Dias, Chrissy Whitmore, Stillwell Star, Guido with the Todos, D. Boyd with the Stillwell Star, Adam Wolf with the Todos Los Dias, Dan Burns, Stillwell Star, Charles Adamson with the Stillwell Star, John Jensen, Stillwell Star, Wacky Packy with the Stillwell for the win. Sim is calling me a star, baby. Thank you. Gary Zanstra with Stillwell Star, Michael Zakovic with the Star, Banker John with the Star, Ken Simon with the Star. Sammy Flo put a star emoji. Jamie Vaughn, part of the SS. John Avalone with the Star. Jay Bates with the Todos Los Dias. Supremo in solidarity with me, the Todos Los Dias. Hunter Otts with the Todos Los Dias, but that's 16-7. Stillwell Star wins. So my first L of the evening.
I think we got a new voter on this one.
Do we?
John Jensen.
Okay. Wait, Hunter Otts. No, I got Hunter Otts. Mac Bergson went Todos Los Dias. It didn't do enough, unfortunately. So congratulations to all you Stillwell Stars. Not even fair. It's one blend up against 6.
Didn't you create the bracket?
I did. So I can't help who got up against who, right? I mean, look, I wanted to say Stillwell Star because I believed Stillwell Star was going to win. I went Todos Los Dias because I love Todos Los Dias.
Integrity.
But with that being said, it was 6v1, and my boy fought valiantly for a minute. Succumbed to his injuries. We'll come up here. We'll continue to give that Brilliant Blue a little bit of a rest and go the Papasaka versus the OG Miquerita, the blue label. Bob Cigar Guy. Which way you going?
Gotta go blue.
Of course you do. I'm going Papasaka.
I'm doing what you did. I know Papasaka is probably going to win, but my palate is more blue than black.
Sure. Let's get the chat rolling so I can go ahead and there we go. That's exactly what I need. Jay Bates with Papa. John Jensen, Papa. Kent Simon says Stillwell won't beat Papasaka. So is that your vote for Papasaka? I'm going to go ahead and put that as a vote for Papasaka. Michael Zakovet says Papa. Diana Burns with Mamas and the Papas. Guido. Papasaka. Dan Burns with the blue. Jamie Vaughn with the blue. Bob Ellis. Papasaka standing in solidarity. Adam Wolf with the blue. Supremo Tobacco. Going against his boy. With the Miquerita blue. Rick Carroll with the Papasaka. Charles Adamson with the Miquerita. Sammy Flo with the Papasaka. Kent Simon with the Papasaka. Christy Whitmore with the Papasaka. D-Boy with the Miquerita blue. Peter Giannis with the blue. John Avalone with the Papa. Sim with the Papa. Hunter Otts over here. Blue. Mackie B. Blue. And Banker John. Blue. There are 27 people watching. I have 25 votes. Drum roll. That was it. 14,
was it?
14-11.
That's kind of surprising. That's kind of scary.
No, I don't think so. Because Mi Querida Blue is OG, first release blend,
So Silver Mesa.
and okay, but it went up against Sin Compromiso, which has also been around a long time. Papa Saka hadn't been around a long time. If we were asking a bunch of cigar reviewers,
which here's the thing too. Now, so people aren't voting off what they read and what they hear. They're voting off what they smoke. You know what I'm saying? They're not swayed as by mob,
which
by
I will
volume.
say this list
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
This list probably has the most new cigars.
Well, that's because he puts out a new cigar every 6 weeks.
Because Papa Saka's the newest. Palpetta is now no longer an event exclusive, so I guess it's technically new to retail.
Red Meat Lovers.
Red Meat Lover. I was just going down the line. Stillwell Star. You had a brand new one released last year. You're getting a new one released this year. Saka Khan still, and it's only a little over a year old. And that's it for that. But I don't think with Drew Estate
we had a bunch of new.
I don't think it was a bunch of new with Drew Estate. I think you had an H99,
which isn't new.
No, but there were new blend. There's been new
Vitolas
released in the past year or two. But most of the stuff, like we had La Vieja Habana, which that cigar is older than any cigar on this list.
Right.
The number 9's older than any cigar on this list. T52 is older than any cigar on this list. Now, J.C. Newman had some older cigars, obviously, but J.C. Newman, there's just not a lot of J.C. Newman heads in the chat. Bob Ellis says, a lot closer than I thought it would be. Kent Simon says, oddly close. Gary Brooks is in here. How you doing, Gary Brooks?
By the way, somebody, I forget who it was, posted up a picture and said, I bought this cigar, I tried this cigar because what I saw on Chief Talk and tagged me in it.
Nice.
So it was because they watched this, they actually tried a new cigar.
To add to that, we have a Chief Talk Discord. And Adam Wolf, he works a lot. He's been doing a lot of work, and recently he's trying to sell his house right now. So getting on to Thursday nights in the recent past has been hard for him. Now he's been back on. He's been on for the past few weeks now. I think he might have actually equaled his total to showing up to shows this year as he did all of last year. That's obviously a joke.
I was going to say, you keep some serious statistics on your people, for goodness sakes. My God.
But he got in the chat on Discord last week, I think it was, and said, hey, my lounge is now selling Villiger cigars. If any of you guys want to reach out to get some, we can work something out.
That's cool.
And so that's kind of cool that, because of Chief Talk, people could reach out and basically sales through Adam Wolf.
That's cool.
So thank you, Adam Wolf.
Reach out to Villiger Cigars and say, hey, I saw this on
and then ask for a free box. Bob the Cigar Guy said you'd get one if you called him.
Right. Absolutely. Plus a lighter and an ashtray.
Oh, here we go. Oh, no, Knock It Tamale. Look, if you were here last week, you could have voted for Knock It Tamale.
He was here last week.
No, he wasn't. He was here the week before. Whackpack says, don't ever anger Chief. He's keeping receipts on everyone. I just have a very few select people that I keep good receipts on. Adam Wolf is one of those people. So is Jay Bates and so is Mac Bergson. They're on my list. All right. So we've got Sin Compromiso versus Umbagog and the Brule Blue versus the Mi Querida Red. I would like to do the Brule Blue versus the Mi Querida Red, Tricky Traka. Are you in agreement?
Sure.
Okay. So let's get up on this thing. Gary Brooks, I know that you just came in, but if you vote, you get your name entered into the wheel of awesome surprises at the end of the show. But you've got to vote to be counted in. Bob the Cigar Guy, which way?
Blue.
You're going blue?
Blue.
Ooh, okay.
No, blue.
I am also going really blue. So Christy Whitmore starting it off from the chat with the Brule Blue. Sammy Flo with the Brule Blue. Gary Brooks is now entered in. I'm blue. Da-ba-dee-da-doo. He's not green. He's not going to die. Diana Burns with the blue. Banker John said sin. We're not on sin. Banker John, refresh. Or maybe he was saying which bracket he wanted to do. Dan Burns with the blue. Has anybody voted for Tricky Track yet? Nope.
Yes.
Where? Oh, I haven't gotten down that far yet. Because I got Dan Burns. Wacky Packy says Brulee blue por favor. Mac Bergson said red. Jamie Vaughn said red. Guido Sarducci's going with the red as well. D. Boyd, come over here and click on your name. He's got the Brulee blue, baby. Adam Wolf, sorry, with the Tricky Chocolate. Rick Carroll with the Brulee blue. John Avalone with the Brulee blue. Michael Zakovic is blue as well. Kent Simon, blue. Meet Querida for Mr. Peter G. John Jensen says, I'm not blue, I'm red. Hunter Otts is blue. Charles Adamson is blue. My boy Supremo Tobacco, multicultural, bilingual, le bleu. Shout out to the boys at Leffen Lams. That's France. Stogie Sister says, oh, that's a hard one, but you gotta vote. Banker John says,
did you get a scene?
Tricky.
Did you get a scene with his blue?
I think I did.
I don't think you did.
I mean, okay, so I'll write down the blue for Mr. Asim. Red is Tricky Chocolate. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, it is. Hey, Adam, you missed Chief's Rock Patel bonus bracket at the beginning of the show. Charles, you're supposed to be on my side. When they're both here, you're supposed to take my side. Stogie Sister, I'm going to go ahead and write you down for Tricky Chocolate. Gary Brooks, you've already counted your vote. We're good. We're 18-7.
You didn't see the comments because you were busy getting ready for the show, but I put in there something like a spoiler. We've changed the plan. Chief has set up a Rocky Patel bracket.
Oh, that's funny.
And so that's where that came from.
My own father. Who can you trust? With friends like these, who needs enemies?
Wow. You were trying to call me chubby.
No, I'm just trying to get you to
You
show
were
your
trying
shirt.
to call me chubby.
I was just trying to get you to show your shirt. Show your shirt to the chat there, Bob.
It says save the chubby unicorns.
No, go down.
Because
go down.
there's no unicorns. Save the chubby unicorns.
All it says is save the hubby corns.
There we go. That's funny.
Got the hubby corns going on over there.
It's funny. If you wear this shirt out in public, people comment on the shirt all day long.
Oh, I'm sure. Mac Bergson says, gotta run, everyone, be safe, make sure Chief doesn't pull my name from the raffle. No, not you. Michael Carter, I think we're caught up on the likes over on Facebook. We got 30 people watching, 25 people on YouTube, 5 people over on Facebook. So we'll let all of the see you later, Max, get out of here before I start the next voting. If you're new to the show and you want to participate,
so blue won.
Yes, really blue won.
How what was the margin?
Like I think it was 17 or 18 to 6 or something like that.
Right?
Yeah, it wasn't close. I didn't expect it to be. That would have surprised me.
As well.
If the Tricky Chocolate would have. I like Tricky Chocolate, but I love the Brulee Blue. Brulee Blue is one of my favorite Connecticut's ever. It's up there with the Antonio CT and the Numero Uno from Hoya. Those are my favorites, Connecticut-wise. Connecticut shades, should I say. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I've left this one, the Umbagog versus the Sin Compromiso, for the last because I think this one could be our David and Goliath.
You think so?
I think this could be our big boy bracket buster here.
I don't.
Because I am going Umbagog.
What?
I am.
What?
Yep. Budget, baby.
What? I'm going Sin Compromiso.
Black Back says viewership is booming. No, it's booming, baby. Oh, it is booming. He said booming. Sorry. Sorry, I'm used to so many people beating up on me in the chat. I just imagined it was.
Oh, find a safe space. Because this is not it.
Banker John. No, it never is.
This
It's my
is
show,
not
and it's
it.
not a safe space.
This is not it.
Freaking jerks.
You're like Rodney
Banker
Dangerfield.
Johnson.
I get no respect.
Yeah, I get no respect. Sammy Flo, Sin, Diana Burns with the Bagog. Sim says, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." Ned. I don't know who Ned is. Gary Brooks says, "If you have to sin, then there's only one choice." So he's going sin compromise. Did you told me sin compromise? No, you didn't tell me where you're going.
Sin.
Okay. I just want to make sure you were counted.
Thank you. Am I going to be on the wheel?
Huh? No.
No, I don't care.
Michael Back, Zakovic, Go. Wacky Packy is in Vegas. Dan Burns with the Umbagog. Jamie Vaughn with the Umbagog. While I'm here, Jamie Vaughn, I want you to know it is 5-6. Now it is 5-7, 5-8, 5-9, 6-9. Hey. Bob Ellis over there at Sin. Yo, my God. I'm going to let the beat drop. Sin Compromiso Gran Elefante. Sin Compromiso. She said humbug, but I'm going to count that as
Umbagog.
Gary Zanstra with the Sin Compromiso. Jay Bates with the Sin Compromiso. Christy with the Sin Compromiso. Animal says there is no safe space with this family chief.
We bring warriors to this world. So.
Gary Brooks says Steve Saka. Maybe he tagged Steve Saka's name. Peter over here with the Umbacog. We've got 25 people watching, and I've got 24 votes. Sorry, I tried so hard, but only got so far.
Boom.
But in the end, it's these four. The Papa Saka, the Stillwell Star, the Brule Beluye, and the Sin Compromise.
These could both be upsetting.
So
I don't think these are going to be blowouts.
I gotta put Gary Brooks' name on the thing.
I don't think these are going to be blowouts.
Well, I've got the spinner just in case.
Right? I don't think they're going to be blowouts.
I've got the spinner just in case. My boy Gary Brooks is tagging people up on Facebook. Appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, if Steve Saka jumped on right now in the comments, oh, this show would go forever.
Brian says it just goes to show new people need to smoke that Umbagog. Absolutely. Umbagog, the nice, what is classified by many the budget line for Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. It's like an $8 stick, maybe $9 depending on where you are. And it is part of the core. Been around for a good long while.
I love the Umbagog.
The Umbagog.
I do. I grab that thing often.
We've talked about it in past weeks, where a budget cigar or a more budget-friendly cigar happens to make it farther down the line because it was a budget cigar.
Everybody has smoked it. Yeah.
Right?
I'm not disagreeing with you.
But
but you can't put an Umbagog up against a Sin Comp and expect it to, you just can't.
I didn't think it would, but I was talking with Photos de Puros earlier today, and I said that I could see Umbagog smoking out the Sin Compromiso just because of that reason, because it was budget.
Right. So many people are smoking.
And everybody who, I don't think I've ever talked to anybody who doesn't like Umbagog.
It is so fantastic. And it is, he made that thing to take a beating, and it will. That Joker is, that thing is bulletproof. It's a great cigar. It is. For the market that it is, it's amazing.
So which way you want to go? You want to go Papa versus Stillwell? Or do we want to go Brule versus the Sin Compromiso?
Let's do Papa Stillwell.
I knew you were going to do that. All right. So Papa versus Stillwell. I am obviously going Papa Saka. You're obviously going Stillwell Star.
Yep.
That was not going to be
question.
I need to adjust my screen a little bit so the comments. There we go. All right, so let's come up here. Jay says Omagog is delicious and smokes like a dream.
It does.
Bob Ellis says I love Omagog. I buy more of them because of the price. Think the Sin is better though, and that is a valid reasoning as to why you vote for either of them. So
isn't the Omagog the less attractive Sin wrappers?
I don't know. All right, Guido with the Papa de Saca. Diana coming in with the Papa. Sammy Flo with the Papa. A Sim with the 5-star general rating over there. Bob Ellis with the Papa. Jamie Vaughn with the Stillwell Star. Rick Carroll with the Stillwell Star. Michael Zakovic coming in over here with the Star. Oh, Star just took the lead.
Really?
Now it's tied with Poppy. Adam Wolf taking it to 7-6, but Dan Burns bringing it back 7-7. Christy Whitmore with the Papa. Jay Bates with the Papa. Hunter Otts with the Papa. John Avalone with the Papa. It might be over. Wacky Packy coming back with the Star. Stogie Sister with the Star. Did I speak too soon? Gary Brooks with the Papa. Don't preach.
That's funny.
Gary Zanstra with the Papa. Peter G with the Papa. Charles Adamson with the Stillwell Star. Kent Simon with the Papa. Jay Bates says Mac Berkson says Star.
That's funny.
He's not here. Banker John is here, and he votes for the Stillwell Star. That is 26 votes, 26 people watching with a close vote of 15-11.
That's not bad. 3 votes would have changed it.
Papa Saka. Papa da Saka done took it up.
Now I think it's since your bracket, you should choose which one we do next. I'm concerned now because Stillwell did better than I expected, and I wonder if Brulee's not going to give Sin a run for its money.
No new voters that round. So we'll go ahead and open the voting. I'll put that there because Sammy Flo is already. I'll actually go ahead and put Sammy's comment up there because he's voted for Sin Compromiso. I'm voting for the Brûlée Blue.
Oh, of course you are.
Where are you going?
Sin Compromiso.
Yeah. What? As much as you rave about the Brûlée Blue.
Yep.
Wacky Facky. Goes the Sin Compromiso. Rick Carroll. The Sin Compromiso. Adam Wolf with the Sin Compromiso. Bob Ellis with the Sin. Jamie Vaughn with the Sin. Charles Adamson with the Sin. Guido helping me out over here with the Brûlée Blue. Stogie's sister helping me out over here on the Brûlée Blue. It's the Brûlée Blue going to get a run. Kent Simon with the Brûlée Blue. Michael Zakovic with the blue. I think of like Bill Nye Sidekick. Diana Burns with the blue. Christy Whitmore with the Sin. Peter with the Sin. Hunter with the Sin. John Jensen with the Sin. Supremo with the Sin Bagag. Sim says the best one. Brûlée Blue. Banker John with the Sin. Jay Bates with the Sin and win. Dan Burns with the Brûlée Blue. Mike Morton with the Brûlée Blue. Gary says the Sins is not a tragedy. That is 25 votes. And Sin Company is already over halfway. Wasn't bad. It was 16-9.
Now comes, and you know what? I called this. I said it was going to be Papa versus Sin.
So before we start voting, so nobody start voting yet, please. Let's go over our bracket, right? We started out with the Papa Saka, Now Leaving the Heck Alone, Palpetta, Mi Querida Blue, Todos los Dias, the Exclusivo, the Stillwell Star, the Brule Blue, the Unstolen Valor, the Sakakan, the Mi Querida Red, Tricky Traca, Sin Compromiso, Sober Mesa, Umbagog, Red Meat Lovers Club. Umbagog took the first win with Umbagog. Sin Compromiso snuffed out the Sober Mesa. I think that was actually pretty close, if I remember correctly.
I believe so.
The Sakakan got beat out by the Tricky Traca, also close. Brule Blue trashed the Unstolen Valor, wasn't even close. Brule and the Stillwell Star took that one. The Exclusivo versus the Todos los Dias. It was ish close, but not that close. Todos los Dias took the victory there. The Palpetta and the Mi Querida Blue. Where the Mi Querida Blue took the cake there, and the Papa Saka demolished the Now Leave Me the Heck Alone.
Handedly.
Papa Saka and the Mi Querida Blue. Papa Saka took home the cake. The Todos los Dias and the Stillwell Star. Unfortunately, the Todos los Dias lost. That was my first loss of the night. Then the Brule Blue versus the Mi Querida Red Tricky Traca. And I don't remember which one I voted for there. I think I voted for the Brule Blue. I might have voted for the
No, you blue.
But
you went blue. Yeah, because I went blue too.
And that was the one where we had to use the spinner wheel to decide, right? Because it was the Brule Blue was blue and the Tricky Traca, or the Brule Blue was on the red side and the Tricky Traca was on the blue side, so we switched and we flipped them. Or that was Palpetta.
Yeah, it was Palpetta and the red. Or no, Palpetta and something.
Palpetta and the Mi Querida Blue.
That's what it was.
So then we had the Sin Compromiso and the Umbagog. Not a surprise, but I was rooting for the Umbagog to take it. Sin Compromiso then just wiped out the Brule Blue. Not really wiped it out, but Papa Saka Stillwell Star, still a very close battle. And this, I don't think this is going to be our closest battle of the night. Obviously, the Palpetta versus the Mi Querida Blue, that was the closest because we actually had a tie and we had to have a bet 3 out of 5 or best 2 out of 3 spin wheel, and the spin wheel went Mi Querida Blue twice in a row. So we've got come over here, make sure. Bob Ellis says these are the 2 I had in my final. Gary Brooks says I wanted to see Papa versus Sin Compromiso. Now I already know which way you're going. It's not a surprise to me. So
the studio's divided because I know you're going Papa Saka.
Well, obviously, I've never put Sin Compromiso as my number 1 cigar ever, and I would never put the Sin Compromiso over the Papa Saka. Now the Gran Elefante is probably my favorite of the Sin Compromisos. I think I think so. I really enjoyed that Gran Elefante. But now we will open it up to the chat because it is tied 1-1 with Bob the Cigar Guy and I both voting for our respective corners, the Papa versus the Sin. So you guys go ahead and start letting your votes be cast and be known with 28 people currently watching. We've got Rick Carroll starting it off with his cast of the vote for the Sin Compromiso. Michael Zakabek with the Papa, please. Hunter Otts with the Sin Compromiso. Banker John with the Sin Compromiso. Bob Ellis with the Papa Saka. Gary Brooks, can you make that a little more clear? Because I'm not sure, because Papa Saka is black and silver. So I don't know if you're going Sin Compromiso or not. John Jensen going Papa Saka, Asim going Papa Saka, Jamie Vaughn going Sin Compromiso, Christy Whitmore going Papa Saka, Diana Burns going Sin Compromiso, Adam Wolf going Sin Bad, Wacky Packa going with the Papa Saka, Dan Burns going with his wife on the Sin Compromiso, Guido going with the Papa de Saka. Peter Giannis going with the Sin Compromiso, Supremo Tobacco with the Zaddy Saka. Now, before I continue to go down, it is tied 9-9.
Well, Gary Brooks is actually Sin Compromiso.
Did he say that yet?
Because Sin City was a comic book and it turned into a movie and it was all
John
black and white.
Avalone with Sin Compromiso. Kent Simon with Papa Saka. Sammy Flo with the Sin. Charles Adamson with the Sin. Gary Zanstra with the Papa. Jay Bates with the Papa. Deborah says she influenced me that time. And then Diana says, we're not even in the same room.
So they're yelling, you better vote for that cigar. You having ham sandwiches?
We're 12-12.
Did you put Gary's down?
I did. Dana Burns says she's across town.
Telepathy. Marital telepathy.
Stogie's sister with Papa.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
30 seconds.
Oh, no. If you're voting for Papa, wait till tomorrow to vote. But if you're voting for Sin, hurry up.
Christy said, I can't take it. Just spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Dan Burns says she has the bedroom door shut. So what she meant is they actually live on the town line.
Oh, really?
And, I don't know. I'm just making a joke.
No.
And, half the houses in one town, half this. Oakenshield.
All right.
Said Sin. And that was at the 30-second mark. With 26 people watching. Sin Compromiso. Lord Garth, no!
Yes!
No.
Yes!
No, that's Gary Brooks. He can't vote on 2.
No!
No. That's Gary Brooks.
Boy.
And Oakenshield might be Gary Brooks, too.
No.
It might be.
No. No.
Because that's the Lord of the Rings. Well, that's actually the Hobbit thing. Papa Saka there are 26 votes cast.
And Sin Compromiso was one ahead.
Sin Compromiso has 13, which means Papa Saka has 13.
No, Lord Garth and Oakenshield both voted for Sin.
I know Lord Garth is Gary Brooks, and I got a little button over here that I can delete this comment if I want.
Well, since we spun the wheel and you won last time, I get to win this time. That's just fair.
We're gonna let fate decide.
No.
Yes.
Oh, man, it's coming down to this at the end of the bracket.
How could you? How else would you want it?
This is a photo finish. This is the photo finish. Oh my gosh!
I said there was no way we would have that happen again, and it happened
at the end. This speaks to the depth of Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust tobacco. Excuse me.
All right.
That was awful.
Let's come over here. And let's stop sharing this screen. Anything you'd like to say?
Yes, if Papa wins the spin, I think somebody's cheating. I'm just going to say.
I cannot control.
We need a recount.
I cannot control where the wheel lands. I cannot control where, how good it would have been for Steve Saka to have been on the show. He could have been the tiebreaker.
Sim said we need Steve Saka to break the tie.
He would have been the tiebreaker on both of them.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if Steve Saka's.
No! Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't. I'm really genuinely asking you. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
No, I'm just going to ask him a message. Which would you choose?
No.
Papa Saka.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. So I've got the scroll wheel up here.
No. Heck no.
I'll shuffle it. I'll make it fair.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You've got one too many Papa Sakas on that wheel. Still.
Huh? No.
Yeah, you do.
No. All right. So, what are we doing?
Depends on how it wins.
Do we want? No, we're going to decide beforehand. Are we going one spin? Are we going 2 out of 3? 3 out of 5?
We're not going to go 3 out of 5. That would be,
You
that'd
sure?
be just, nah, it'd be just silly.
I mean, the last time we did it, both spins won back to back.
That's just silly.
Okay.
We could go, 15 out of 31. That just.
Michael Zakvik says best out of 7, baby. Sammy Flo says, get it over with. Just do 1.
Sim says 27 out of 29.
Gary Brooks says Bob and Chief, Rochambeau. Kent Simon says 2 entries for both. Dan Burns, 2 out of 3. Do 2 out of 3?
Well, the people want 2 out of 3. So
okay. So
unless Sin Compromiso wins the first time.
Guido says 26 out of 50.
Right.
Nope. You are now put on a list of regulated commenters.
Questionable content.
That is my father.
This is the wrong channel to watch stuff like that.
Oak just says throw Wagashi on the wheel. No, Gary.
That's what I'm talking about.
No Man Rochambeau, rock, paper, scissors. I know what Rochambeau is. All right, so 2 out of 3. We'll where is which internet thing do I have to go to? Here we are. I wish it was already spinning. Why won't it already spin for me? All right, so we'll hit the shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you just did 1. Because you only had 2. All right, we're doing 1. We're just doing 1.
All right, Sin Compromiso first.
Now I'm dreading my choice.
All right. You want me to shuffle again?
No. Come on, Sin. Nope. Jesus. Is this not crazy?
Juicy. It's so crazy. You couldn't write a better ending. It all comes down to 1 finger click. Do we hit the shuffle button?
No.
Do you want to click?
No.
You sure?
Yeah. I can blame you.
No!
Yes! Woo! Not that I'm biased at all, but Sin for the win.
Now, my only thing with that is,
Lord,
does it spin? I wonder if it spins at the same pace every time.
It looks like it.
Let me just. I guess. Would it? No, I guess it couldn't because it chose. Let's see what it does this time.
It would. No, it's not. No.
Okay, so Sin Compromiso would have won 3 out of 5 anyways. Okay, so it is. It does have a randomized speed to it or whatever. There's your winner. Sin Compromiso.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. But you know what? That means that Papa Saka is going to end up in the losers bracket if we have a bracket.
No, we're having a bracket.
So, and I still think we should do, once we get the loser and the winner from the losers bracket, the winner from the winners bracket, we ought to just do a winner versus loser final spin.
Okay. We might.
Just for fun. Not for anything, but just for farts and giggles. So, wow, that was a great show.
Wow.
That was crazy.
I'm surprised. But I mean, that's the battle you want. That's the battle you want at the end. You can't script that or write that in.
No, that was amazing. And if one had to be like that, this was,
Yeah, right. I mean, we had to use the wheel spinner twice tonight. And that just goes to show you how good both of those brands are. Those
absolutely
blends are.
The whole brands.
Right?
The whole portfolio.
And think, what would it have been if Papa Saka in 5 years, right? If these were the last 2 fighting in 5 years,
What would have been different?
I think Papasaka would win because Papasaka is that's like taking the JV kid and put him up against the varsity starter for 4 years.
No,
Because
it's the superstar rookie that got drafted number 1 in the draft pick,
but versus
up against
the
somebody
MVP
that's been playing
NFL,
for years.
The NFL's MVP versus the number 1 draft pick. Like, there's still a huge difference there.
I mean, it's like Michael Jordan versus, I don't know. I'd say LeBron, but he cramps up all the time.
Weird people, even in the sports. So congratulations, Sin Compromiso. What a way to win. If you're gonna win, that's in my opinion.
That's how you do it.
You either win by a landslide or you win by the skin of your teeth.
Agreed.
So I'm really happy with this bracket and how it turned out. Gary Brooks says, "I see no bad cigar on that board."
Agreed.
Agree. I think that's probably. Well, hold on.
All the brackets are great.
Yes, they're all great. None of them are bad. I don't think any one we've done yet has had a bad
No
cigar.
stinkers.
There are cigars on here that I don't like the Now Leave Me the Heck Alone, the Palpetta. I think that's it for cigars. And I'm not a big fan of the current Red Meat Lovers Club. I like the original stuff. If those cigars would have made it farther, which neither of them did. Now, Palpetta was a toss-up. It was a coin flip.
Right.
But no, that was a lot of fun. Now I know you guys we're right here before 2 hours. This will be the first show that we can maybe get done in under 2 hours. So let's shoot for that.
Now you gotta go for the brackets.
Where is my my names list? Come over to here. Come to here. Close. Remove these names.
You want to do that first? Or you want to do the 2 brackets?
I mean 2 brackets.
2 people put in brackets in Discord.
Talk about something. Don't sing. Please don't sing.
What? I'll quote poetry.
So we had 2 people complete brackets for this challenge. One of them was sent to me through Discord. Another one was sent to me through text messages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attribute a correct guess to 1 point, and then I'll tally up the points. If you got the grand champion right, you get 2 points.
See, what you're supposed to do is the first ones all get 1 point. All the right ones on the second one get 2 points. All the right ones on the third ones get 3 points,
pen
4 points,
and some paper that I can.
Yeah,
we'll do that. We'll. Am I still sharing screen? I think I am. I got so many tabs open. So let's stop sharing my screen for right now. So Bob Ellis and Photos de Puros were the 2 who submitted brackets. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make Bob. I'm going to put you on the screen all by yourself.
Oh,
while I'm doing this.
Hello, everybody out there in radio
so that I
land.
can do this. I'm going to do Mike.
So while Chief's doing that, I just get to run my mouth about stuff. So we have the swag. We do. We've got it all in-house, but we're still working on trying to get a way for you to be able to order it through chevettereport.com. It is frustrating. Chief is having to go back and forth. What happened was when we did the Christmas ornaments this year, when Steven put in the description, it said a cigar themed ornament or something like that. That company who does the point of sale saw the word cigar and they thought that we sell tobacco and they blocked us. So Steven shut that account down, opened up another account, and the other account wouldn't open because they never shut down the first account. And so Steven is in conversations with these people trying to get them. They figured out, they said, oh, well, a bot found the word and it blocked it. And we see that's a problem. And it's not your fault. It's our fault. We just have to fix it. Well, they're not worried about it, so they're dragging their feet. And so we are trying to be able to get this stuff out, because Zycar did a banging job on on the stuff. So we want to get that out to you as soon as we can. But that's may not be till after Vegas. So just a heads up on that. Vegas is coming up. We are working on filling up our slots and getting as much content as possible. I will also be doing a Villiger sponsored PCA After Dark show, which I'm just going to let y'all know that I'm going to try to sneak things from other people's booths and bring them and show them to y'all and show you some of the cool, neat stuff that's out there before it gets out. And then, of course, I'll put it back because I'm not going to be taking stuff. Well, maybe, unless it's really cool. But, yeah, I'm going to put it back. Not if I don't have to. But we've got Steven's already got interviews lined up. And so we've got some bangers out there. I think we've got some new stuff. And while we're out there, we're going to spend some time trying to hit up things that nobody's ever seen before. Maybe some of the smaller boutique brands as well. It's really going to be action packed because we're only going for 3 days instead of the 5. We'll get there a day early before everything starts to set up, because getting there the day of really stinks. But we have to leave early because I have to get back to work. So we had to cut our trip short by a day and a half. So we'll still crank out as much content as we can, and we hope it's going to be as awesome as it was last year, because we had a blast with that. PCA, if you don't know what PCA is, it's a organization where you get to go. I mean, they support cigars. They do a lot of legislation and fighting legal issues, but they also you can't be a regular consumer. You have to be somebody that either owns a shop, owns a cigar manufacturing company, or a accessory company, and you get to go there and place your orders for the year. So if you have a local lounge that you love to go to, whisper in the ears of the people at the lounge and say, hey, I'd really like to try this new cigar or that new cigar. And when they're there, that'll put in their ear that that's something they might want to buy. So you could have it at your local lounge. Back to you, Chief.
Sammy Flo says, anyone lined up that you didn't interview last year? And the answer is yes. Right now we have 3. So it's 3, but it's technically a little more than 3. So first is Postani. We're gonna meet with the Postani guys and interview them about Postani. A lot of stuff they do is with Romacraft. And then we are adding in a company called House of Horvath. I don't know a whole bunch about them, but Mac is going to be there, and that they're friends with Mac. I think they're the ones who produce Crowns. I could be wrong there, but I know they're a Canadian something or other. We're going to do like an international kind of sort of thing with them. And then we are going to be going to the Scandinavian Tobacco Group booth. And that booth has
a ton.
They have the likes of Room 101, CAO, La Gloria Cubana, Diesel. Anything that comes out of General and Forged comes out of Scandinavian Tobacco Group. So there's a chance that we may have 5 or 6 episodes that come out of just that one. So we do currently have those guys, but we're doing JC Newman again, got Casa 1910 again, Drew Estate. Oh, so Drew Estate's new, because we did Drew Estate International last year, but we're doing Drew Estate, Postani, Villiger. We're doing Aventura again, and then Romacraft again. I have those guys all lined up,
and we still have others in the queue.
Yes, I'm in contact with people. And then I haven't heard back from other people that I'm waiting on before I just send out a mass email and says, hey, we have these time slots open. What do you want? So I did the calculations, and it was close-ish. The first round, both Mike and Bob Ellis both predicted 7 correctly. So I missed 1 on those.
Pretty good.
Second round, Mike got 2 correct. Bob Ellis got 3 correct. And then third round, Mike got 1 correct and Bob got 2 correct, and both of them chose Papa Sock to win.
So one's ahead by 5.
So it was 14-19 because I gave 1 point for the first round, 2 points for the second round, 3 points for the third round, 4 points for the grand champion. And Bob Ellis had 19 points. Mike had 14. So congratulations, Bob Ellis. It'll be a Dunbarton sampler. And maybe Dunbarton swag. We don't know yet. We haven't decided that, but I've got your name down.
And that will also go out in April.
That will go out, at the end of everything. So you guys who were here at the end of the show last week who could have gotten in, here's your paper and pen back. Now we still have 23 people watching, so they're
waiting.
They're here for the.
They want to know.
Jake.
I want to spin.
So let's come back over here, share screen, and come over here to the spinny wheel. Jay Bates, you are actually being taken off the wheel because you won once already. Stephen Essie's not on here. I'm going to shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most people that we've had in the competition so far in one night.
Really?
26 people. 26 people entered in tonight.
All right.
27 technically with Jay Bates, but Jay Bates has already won, so he can't win again. So whoever wins this wins it.
Good luck, everybody.
Stogie sister. Whoa! Did you see how close that was?
That was close.
And did you see who almost won it?
No.
John Jensen. Can I look? Oh my! Look!
Wow!
Look how close that is.
Wow!
Look how close that is.
That's close.
So thank you all to everybody who participated. I'm going to. I should have kept up Stokes' name, but I can see who won that. Come back over here. Stop sharing the screen. Come back to the two of us. Thank you all for hanging out with us this week.
Great show.
We appreciate you all coming and hanging out with us and participating again. Congratulations, Stogie sister. We will have your winnings package out after PCA, after the big shebang. Again, let me also take a screenshot of this while I'm thinking about it. So I can post this on Instagram later.
By the way, if you need excellent cutters and lighters, you can go to Cigar.com and use code Chief Talk, all one word, all caps, and get 15% off.
All right, so to make sure we beat out the 2-hour mark, we're gonna come over here and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Yeah, time to relax. Whew. Man, I'm beat. Whew. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Show's over. Go home. Go home. Show's over. What are you waiting for? You waiting for another show? This is a 1-ticket entry. Go. Bye. Go. Go.